I hear voices. Am I psychic, or do I have a mental illness? In this video, we're going to explore the difference between being psychic and hearing voices from entities or your guidance, and the difference between that and mental health problems. Hi beautiful beings, I'm Carol Rathel, occupational therapist, metaphysical minister. I'm here to help you on your awakening journey, tune up your inner guidance so you can have a fulfilling life. This is the second video in our psychic series. When you are hearing a voice from a non-physical entity speaking to you, it is going to sound like your own voice until you become practiced at distinguishing the difference between that and your own thoughts. The way for you to know if it's somebody talking to you is to open up your energy when this happens, particularly in your stomach area, and feel into it. The message can either be really supportive, encouraging, giving you information you need for your journey, or it could also be negative, horrible, and voices that we really don't want to hear. Some people do have negative entity attachments, which are pockets of energy that cling to them because a person is doing something that the energy likes. That's often what happens with alcoholism or too much drinking, drug addiction, any type of addiction, or any type of negative behavior. Also, if you're fearful a lot of the time, we attract the energy that we put out into the world, and we also attract the energy that we hold in our mind, our thoughts. Now, if this is happening to you, if you're hearing a voice that doesn't feel good at all, I suggest you go to an energy worker or a shaman, have a session to have that entity removed. It can also be done under quantum hypnosis, and I will go into that in another video. A voice that is loving, supportive, encouraging is possibly your higher self speaking to you. It could be a guide speaking to you. The voice will never put you down. It will never tell you you're not good enough. It is the voice that you feel into, and it feels exciting. It could feel a little scary because you're being challenged, but you know that there is love in that voice. So we have the negative entity voice, which we don't like. It can be really negative and urging you to do something you don't feel is correct or right. And then there's the loving voice that is supportive, encouraging, urging you to grow, which is the positive type of voice. These are voices of energy, nothing whatsoever to do with mental illness. The mental illness type of voice is like an ongoing, self-defeating voice that you hear in your head, is constantly putting you down, and you feel anxious, afraid, and it's affecting your life. If you are scared and you're hearing a really horrible monologue of horrible putting you down thoughts, but you will know that they're coming from your own mind. It's often the false, limiting beliefs, usually from childhood. some abuse might have happened to you, or some form of bullying. In one of my videos, which I will add a link to now, talks about how you can reprogram your mind and deal with those negative limiting beliefs. So we'll leave that one there, but just finish it off saying that when you overcome that belief, when you realize, when you hold it up to the light of truth and realize that that's not true about you at all, and this is what I urge you to do, is say that words they're saying out loud. So it could be, nobody's going to love me. Well, is that really true? Do I really believe that nobody's going to love me? No, of course not. Why would I think that? And why do I believe that? And then just think back to where that voice might have started. And usually there is something in your past, usually as a child, that heralded the beginning of that belief that you're not lovable, or whatever it is. The other type of voice that you might hear is somebody else's thoughts. And that happens to me as an intuitive and as a healer. I often take on the condition of the person that I'm working with or that I'm nearby, so I can understand what's going on for them, and I can hear their thoughts. This often happens to people who are empaths, because it's an empathic ability. That is something that you will develop if you fall in love. A couple who are so tuned into each other, so in love, will share thoughts together, and you might go to text them about something and they've just sent you a text, or you might be going to ring them about something and they ring you about it. That is so common, and we all know that there's no mental illness involved at all. So it is a complex subject. Am I hearing entities or energies speaking to me, or do I have a mental illness? Feel into it and take it to its next logical step. So I'll just recap. You feel into a voice that's loving and encouraging. It feels good, exciting, maybe scary, but it urges you to grow in some way. That is a good voice to hear, and practice listening to that voice, and in time you will learn to know whether it's your higher self or a guide or a higher being who's working with you. And then we have the mental illness is usually a voice attached to a past experience that led you to believe something about yourself that is horrible and completely wrong. And that is the voice of your thoughts and your beliefs. So I hope this helps. Please like and subscribe, because we're delving into the subject of psychic abilities in a big way. It's time to take it out of the closet and into our everyday conversation. Now, I'm putting links below to free meditations and to my website, so you can go and have a look. It's www.carolrathel.com. That's CarolRaethel.com. The link is down below. And if you're excited about the subject of being psychic and you want to learn more, you might want to hop onto the waiting list for my Odyssey of Ascension course that is coming up really soon. You will find the link for that down below. So thank you for listening to me today. I look forward to seeing you and I will be waiting for you in the next video. Bye for now.